All right, welcome back. We about to get on our first topic of the episode, and we talking about sports. We're gonna talk about flopping in the NBA. How do y'all
AKA
feel about that?
OKC.
AKA Shai.
Stop it.
What?
You don't think he's flopping?
Oh my god, it's
No.
horrible.
There's definitely flopping, but a lot of guys flop. We see it all throughout the league, and Shai is
Not like
the
Shai though.
worst.
Not
Shai's
like
not
Shai.
the worst.
Not even.
Who's
close.
worse than Shai?
Not even close.
Who's worse than Shai?
Luka?
Nah.
Oh Lord, he ain't lying. He is not lying.
Luka's not a flopper. Luka's a crybaby.
He's
He's
both.
also a flopper.
Not as bad
He's
as Shai.
both.
He's
Not
he's
as bad as
both.
He
Shai.
a flop. Then get mad at the ref because he didn't get the call and he didn't get touched.
The difference is,
Shai
I
falls
feel
to the
like
ground
it's not
every
just Shai
fucking
that
play.
do it though. It's everybody on OKC does it, bro. And it's like, it's so hard to watch.
For those of y'all who don't know, T-Wall got drafted to the NBA, so he's been in the NBA. You've been through this stuff, like you've been in NBA training and practices. So, do they teach y'all how to flop? Is that like part of practice,
No, man.
or is this some shit you
For
can't talk
OKC
about?
it is.
This something y'all?
No,
This
you
one
can
of them
talk about
secrets,
me.
like, hey, if you say this,
Ain't nobody,
man, you know?
ain't nobody going through no drills teaching you how to flop.
Oh,
bro.
you sure?
But
OKC
what I
that
will
is.
say is learning how to get to the line is a skill. Like learning how to get fouled is a skill, and the best players in the league usually are really good at that because they're seeing a lot of
You play with one of
attention,
them.
a lot
Chris
of
Paul. Chris
physicality.
Paul learned how to get to the.
No, Chris Paul manipulate. I like
The
Chris
same
Paul.
shit.
Chris Paul manipulated the refs. He was like, "I'm going to force the ref to call this." Chris Paul was getting fouled.
Wait,
like you reach in.
Are
and
you
you
trying
swipe.
Are you justifying it?
No, I'm saying there's a difference between a flop and forcing the ref to call a foul. So a flop is somebody swipes, they miss, and you act like you got hit in the face.
Exactly.
But Chris Paul, he made the ref like, hey ref, you have to call this foul. He's doing this every single time. You have to call this foul. So when I'm right here he has his hand right here, and I pull up to shoot, he's stopping me from shooting. You have to call it. So he's making the refs call the foul. There's a difference between that and flopping. Flopping is there was no contact. It's fake.
Well, Shai, it be contact with Shai, but he makes
you.
it.
So Not
he makes the contact.
This conversation right
You
now
push off
is
every time.
Every time I'm scrolling on my phone on IG right now, I'm seeing everything about the Spurs and OKC series about flopping. And like you just said, Mark, it's a difference between flopping and selling a call, where I think people get confused with the two. Flopping is, like you said, you're not getting hit, but you're flailing and you're reacting as if you did get hit.
Yeah.
Whereas selling is like there is contact and I'm exaggerating the contact that's happening. And I think that's what Shai is doing. If you anybody watching this series, watching the Spurs and OKC, Shai is getting a lot of contact. He's getting fouled a lot.
Nah, hell no. Hell fuck
You
no.
cannot be watching the series and saying he's not getting fouled.
He's not.
Now, he is
He's not
selling
getting
calls,
fouled.
but he's for sure getting fouled.
He's flopping a
Just
lot
like
too.
on the other end, their Spurs are getting fouled too a lot. The officiating has been, to me, missed calls both sides.
Missed calls?
They beating up. They beating
sure.
up Wemby. They holding this nigga and everything.
Yes, they were earlier in the series more. Like game 2,
Yeah.
game 3, Hardenstein was
Game 3 was
Harden
horrible.
fouling. But Shai, to me, like when you're a guy that's having the ball in your hands about 80, 90% of the time, every time he's bringing it up the court, there's guys on him. And their game plan is to slow him down. We're going to send 2-3 guys, and we're going to be extra physical with you.
Yep.
So y'all mean to tell me y'all ain't watching these games, y'all ain't seeing dudes also commit stupid fouls?
No, because look, they trapping him backcourt. So he getting rid of the ball early. So
I'm
when
going on his shots. Go ahead. I'm sorry. My
No,
bad.
go ahead. What was you
No,
saying?
go ahead. He's flopping on those shot attempts. He's not flopping on those double teams. He's going up for jump shots and throwing his legs down.
Some are questionable. Some are questionable.
A lot are
No.
questionable.
Some are questionable. There was one the other day I saw, I think it was game 5, where Fox barely like brushed his legs a little bit.
He moved to the side of him.
He
Yeah.
did. Yeah, that one was questionable.
That wasn't
But
questionable.
Yes, it was.
That was not a
That
foul.
was a questionable call.
Oh,
It
you
was a
said,
questionable
okay, I
call.
see what
I'm
you're
saying
saying.
shouldn't have been no-
Yeah,
But
no,
that's what I'm
yeah.
saying. It was a questionable call. I could see in the ref. You got to also think officials are human too.
No,
they're
for
having
sure.
they're watching in real time. They're gonna make some mistakes, but for the most part, you can't tell me you're not watching the games and you're not seeing guys grabbing, holding Shai.
No, hell no, I don't see that.
Come on now, Derek.
He's
No,
talking about
fuck no,
off
they
ball
don't.
stuff. But that's
Even
that's
on the
normal.
ball, he's dribbling up the
But
court.
that's normal
They're
stuff.
they're hand checking him a lot. It's a lot of fouling going on.
Lou Dort be doing all that shit and they don't call it on him.
Yes, Lou Dort does foul. He does. But see what I'm
So
saying?
Heinsteck, whatever the fuck that white dude
Hartenstein?
center. Yeah, Hartenstein.
No, he was
That
fouling. He
boy,
been fouling.
god
Yeah. He
damn.
been fouling. But the difference is Wemby also doesn't have the ball nearly as much as Shai. We complain about Shai getting to the line, but him and Wemby free throw totals are similar.
But
And the Spurs have shot
Wemby-
more free throws than OKC.
But Wemby is
look,
really getting
But
fouled.
listen, so Shai is getting his on
Shai is
flops.
as well. No.
Shai is getting his on flops. Wemby's is getting on his
No,
on.
I don't agree. Shai's as a guy that's a guard, and I've been a ball handler, and I've been on teams where
For
you
sure.
know, I'm handling the rock a lot. Like it's a difference between what Shai is seeing and what Wemby is seeing. Like a lot of the contact sometimes in the paint, the physicality in the paint, they're letting go both ways. I'm seeing Chet getting grabbed, Hardenstein, they all getting grabbed and fouled. Wemby getting fouled, they all getting fouled.
They call it on
Yeah,
Shaq, though.
they hooking, they
But
pinching
the
his arm so he
perimeter
can't
stuff
jump up.
is glaring. When you're off the ball or on the ball and you're dribbling and you're penetrating and guys are just bumping you and grabbing you and like that stuff has to be called.
Now, I would say if I was a referee, a lot of the fouls that OKC do on Wemby, I'm gonna let it go.
Why is that?
'Cause Wemby too tall. You have to foul. Even if you're not trying to foul, just trying to block a shot, you're gonna hit his arm because his
don't matter, you foul.
wingspan
It's
is
a foul. A foul is a foul.
a foul is a foul.
I
Sometimes.
think it's just blown out of proportion, me personally. I see fouls on both sides that are being missed. I see Shai is getting fouled a lot.
Nah.
And a lot of the calls are, in my opinion, a lot of the calls are correct. There's also calls that are not being called where he's getting fouled and they're not giving it to him as well.
So, all right, I guess this is a better question in regards to flopping. So, we're all on the same page? We understand what flopping is. Flopping is when you're not a foul, but you're trying to you're trying to get the ref to call a foul.
Yeah.
So, I feel like that needs to be. I feel like players should be penalized for doing for example, y'all in a game. Daryl go up to block your shot. You flop, act like he hit you in your face, so I call a foul, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, foul. And then his coach challenges it. He didn't touch him at all. I feel like the player should get a fine for that. Now you're making me look bad as a professional for making this call because you made me react to you acting like you got smacked in the face. So therefore, you're trying to manipulate me into making a call for you rather than playing the game and allowing me to do my job. You're making it harder for me to do my job, to do it efficiently to ref because you want to do all this extra shit and then cry about it when you don't get it. And then when I miss it, now it's a big deal. But now you just broke that level of stress because you're doing all that. So I feel like there needs to be some type of accountability held besides your coach loses a timeout. Like, no, hold him accountable. You made me make this call and it never happened.
I think there's so before they used to have it was a rule.
We had a tech, right?
Flop, it was a warning, and then the second one would be like a technical. I don't know if they took that out.
They had to because they don't call it.
They never really call it, right? And I mean, there's guys, and you got to think across the league, there's guys flopping all over the place. Every game you watch.
For charges,
I think it's
all
so
that,
heightened right now because Shai, one, is very efficient. He's shooting 55 on the year from the field, and he's scoring 30 a game. So when you have a guy that's efficient, I can score at the rim, I can shoot the mid range, I can,
How many of those are free throws?
And then you get into the line a lot. So now I see it's
3 years in a row
because he's getting to the line a lot. But I would say that's a good point as far as the fine because I think the technical stuff is they're not going to be policing every game, giving guys texts for flopping. But the fine thing is something where the league can review it after the games.
Right.
And go back through and say, man, like you intentionally ain't get hit and you're trying to act like you got hit, that this deserves a fine. And I think if guys were getting fined, maybe they would. That could be a way to kind of, correct it a little bit. Guys that maybe flop a little bit less. They know that fine coming.
But now
Luka gotta chill out.
But now that I think about it, I don't even think that would work. That just means the players who don't get paid as much as the other players aren't going to do it. But Braun can keep flopping. What's the $15,000 fine to Braun?
Braun, man.
I'm just saying, like, who else gets paid?
No, that makes sense. A max guy ain't gonna worry about a $10,000 fine. That ain't nothing for a max guy. I'm making 60.
If you think the owner not gonna pay that, y'all crazy.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, even if the owner is not paying,
but even for the
10,000 and you making 60 mil a year, you be like, what? That's like, okay, here.
Yeah, here you go.
Your frugal ass to say that? Hell no. You be like,
if I was
you gonna do the numbers, nigga.
Still, I'm like, what?
I think the other point we fail to realize too is that every great, right, in the league gets calls.
Right,
Sometimes they get calls that exactly. There was a time when Brown was at his peak where he's getting the calls. Kobe at his peak is getting calls. Like Shai is that guy right now. He's 2-time MVP back-to-back right now. Like they're gonna give him calls. He's gonna get the benefit of the doubt more than a role player would.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's just like understood across the league, right? Like we know like the stars are going to get more calls than other guys. And so I don't see why it's such a problem when a guy like Luka led the league in free throw attempts this year.
I agree.
I thought Shai led the league in free throw attempts.
No, see,
They
that's
probably
where a lot of
neck
guys
and
be
neck.
mistaken.
No,
Bro,
they said Shai led the league in free throw attempts the past 3 seasons.
He led the league in free throw makes,
makes. Okay.
not free throw attempts.
Luka
Free throw
horrible with
attempts,
the
Luka
shit, bro.
leads the league in free throw attempts, but nobody will sit up here. I mean, people complain about how he complains to the refs and he doesn't get back on defense. He cries to the refs. But you don't see people saying, "Oh, he's a flopper and he's just foul."
Hell yeah,
you know what I mean? Like now we seeing this narrative with Shai, and you know what's crazy about it? Shai doesn't even complain to refs, bro. You never really see Shai look at the refs and complain like you ain't calling.
What?
Watch the games, there. You never see him complain to the refs.
That nigga
bro.
will fall on the floor and then look at the ref like, you ain't gonna call that?
Yeah, there's a difference.
You really ain't gonna call like I'm Shai.
Come on now.
I'm MVP. You ain't gonna call that?
I think he's saying the
complain,
difference is Luka's in the ref face crying.
No, I get that.
You watch Luka,
that's not what I'm
LeBron,
arguing.
A lot of these star guys, they're
Not LeBron.
Come on, man.
Not LeBron.
LeBron won't even get back on defense.
I don't
Just
even-
like
He
this.
talks
that's
to the ref
Luka.
the whole
LeBron
way
will.
while his team playing
transition.
defense, and he'll stay down here
Yeah.
until they come
LeBron
back on
GOAT.
offense.
He can
Come
do
on
that.
now.
LeBron GOAT. He can do.
Hey, but-
he can play defense
so-
and argue with the
Yeah,
ref.
he can get away with it. He's Bron. But what I'm saying is, you don't see Shai do that, bro.
You ain't never seen Jordan do it, but anyway.
Yeah, I seen Shai do it. I ain't seen Jordan do it because I ain't that old.
But no, so I'm gonna bring up my boy Santuan. Swan brought up the fact of everybody like be glazing Shai, blah blah blah. He get all these foul calls. He go to the line, unlike how the league praises him.
Now you
for all
gonna
this
throw
stuff.
him under the bus like that? He ain't here.
No, I'm not throwing him under the bus. I'm bringing up a point with what he's saying. He was saying when James Harden was getting to the line, they were like trying to like, oh, he's sorry, he's trash. He all he do is shoot free throws and like saying like he's messing up the game by doing. But the difference is when Harden was getting all these free throws, Harden was going to the line and he's going to the basket. He was extending to where players are trying to swipe at the ball and they're smacking his arm and the refs are seeing that. Shai's not doing that. Shai isn't going in getting hit. Not all the time, but the majority of the times that I'm talking about, it's not him going in getting hit. It's him on jump shots, on a layup, and he's fading away, and they're still calling a foul. And it's like what are we doing? There's no contact here.
I'm glad you brought
But
that
when
up.
you beat a guy, I feel like the thing that makes Shai hard to guard, right? Shai goes left, he goes right, almost equally. He beats guys. When he gets guys on the hip, now their natural move is to bump them and to try to ride them out. And he draws a lot of contact and he gets fouls that way. Also, he pump fakes, get guys in the air, and then draws fouls that way. A lot of it is just discipline things, though, too. Like where you could eliminate him getting to the line if you just stayed down and just contested the shot when he goes up.
Shai is such a natural baller, though. He don't have to do that kind of stuff. He shouldn't do that kind of stuff. Just hoop.
I
Be
mean,
like Kevin Durant, bro. Just hoop.
I see that narrative. But again, to me, it's a skill. If everybody could do it, they would.
Right.
Everybody does do it.
No.
Everybody just don't get away with it like Shai do.
No, everybody don't do it
cannot
like him.
do it, bro. You can't do it like
everybody do it. They just don't get away with it.
Another thing I want to kind of point to too is that we see guys like when you're, like you said, you mentioned a guy like when you're the best or one of the best at your craft and you're successful, like James Harden was. Guys want to see you kind of fall. Like the guys are rooting against you. You're playing against their team. They want to see you fall. Like Shai just won a ring. He's back-to-back MVP. Shai doesn't really do anything that's glaring for guys to not like him. But now he's getting this rep, right? Like from people and fans, like, oh, we don't want to watch him play. It's not ethical basketball. Like we've never heard this. And Shai's been playing the same way the last 3-4 years, Mark.
We have heard it before with James Harden.
But I'm saying not about Shai.
When James Harden was, they weren't accusing him of flopping.
What bullshit?
He wasn't flopping though. He was getting fouled.
He was just good at manipulating, like you said, good at drawing fouls. He was
literally
Bro will
drawing
literally
fouls.
do 4 or 5 step backs and still try to shoot the ball up and complain to the referee that somebody was in his vicinity. How you do a step back and complain that somebody is in your vicinity and you can't land?
Because you don't hoop. And that's what. So
Oh,
if I
you
do-
hooping
no,
a
I'm not-
YMCA, bro.
that's
Stop doing that.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying you
Stop doing that. You pay to play, bro.
You don't go play basketball. If somebody does a step back, how do you contest the shot? You have to jump forward towards them, so they're going to land in your area. And they made a rule because Kawhi Leonard broke his ankle that you can't land underneath him as a tech. So him doing a step back creates that space where the defender has to jump into him, and now he's hurry up and pulling up.
That's never been a foul to me.
Yeah. I think, I mean, they're just manipulating the rules.
Have you ever landed
Whatever's
on
in the
somebody's
rule book,
foot
they
after taking a jump shot?
No, but I've
taking
let.
it just.
No, have you ever landed on somebody's foot after taking a jump shot? That shit hurts. You ain't never rolled your ankle?
I rolled my ankle, but never on the jump shot.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I just don't like the narrative right now. It's like everybody bashing Shai. Like he's not. To me, he's getting fouled. It is what it is.
OKC is good, bro. They play to the refs, man.
I don't know.
And they don't have to.
They be like middle of the pack in free throws attempted as a team, bro. Middle to bottom as free throws attempted. So like a lot of people giving them all this attention about free throws when literally they don't take that many free throws as a team. And so that's what I don't understand.
No, they don't. But Shai take a lot.
The narrative start is Shai. It's all he does is score at the free throw line. And then you look at how many free throws he takes. Then they debunk that. Then it's not how many he's getting. It's how he's getting them. And it's like, bro, come on, like
both things can be true.
The goalpost is always changing though. There's like
with him, it has to. I'm serious, dog. If he just hoop, he will be a top 2 player.
He is though.
Top 2.
He's number 1 in the league. MVP last 2 years.
I think it'll be yeah.
And he's shooting. Look, this is my thing too, which I don't understand. I could see
it'll be AE and then him.
I could see if he wasn't efficient, but he's shooting 55 from the field, bro. This is literally the best guard season we've seen.
Because niggas don't know how to guard him.
From like a 1 or a 2.
From a guard. It's the most efficient
for sure
season we've seen from a guard.
For sure.
I can see if he was shooting.
So Jordan ain't never shot over 55 in the season?
I don't think Jordan shot 55 in the season. They said this year was the most efficient.
Maybe from a point guard.
For a guy averaging 30 plus, a guard averaging 30 plus, shooting 55. It's the first time that's been done.
And I get that.
On the West Coast?
So that
so Jordan ain't ever Jordan shot over 50% his career.
Yes,
okay, see, not in the West Coast.
But averaging over 30.
Yes, they are the West.
Well, they in the Western Division, but they're not.
The Western Conference. Yeah, the Western Conference.
But they're not.
But I just mean like shooting 55% from the field is elite, bro. Like you're making over 1 out of 2 shots for sure. Like that's
because
elite.
Niggas ain't trying to get fouled out.
Hey,
niggas like I'm not gonna guard that nigga tough, bro.
If you can't stop me playing good defense.
But it's him contacting people first.
But it's legal contact. I can bump with the forearm.
He's extending though.
Come on. Sometimes, Mark.
You would defend that
most of the time.
That's how you try to get me off you.
I watched the game. Y'all. See, this is the thing I don't understand. It's so crazy. I've been watching this whole series. Y'all. I watched every game minus the last one. I watched Wemby. What's the guard's name? OKC, the little guard
Castle?
that shoots. No,
the
little
he
guard
said on the Spurs or OKC?
Oh, OKC.
That paints his nails.
McClain.
I watched McCain pump fake. Wemby was guarding, drive into the lane. He went in to bump Wemby and went up for a layup, and Wemby act like he got sniped out the air.
He
bro.
hit him hard.
Come on,
I
blame OKC.
Look at this.
I blame OKC.
He hit him up. Pause. First
Wemby 7'6" and weigh 200 pounds. Come on, man. That's nothing.
200 pounds is that's giving him 20
he
pounds.
felt like he got literally sniped and he twisted around in a 3.
No,
I'm like,
for
come
sure.
On,
but I blame
hit that hard, my nigga. Like,
nope. I blame
But y'all
OKC.
will say something about Shai. Y'all
I blame
don't see
OKC
Shai doing
for
that.
that.
On defense.
Y'all be giving Wayne them calls at Cali.
I don't give Wayne nothing.
Look.
I don't give Wayne nothing.
Y'all
That's
niggas
why we
tripping.
be in there arguing. Can't even check the ball.
Shout out OG Ball Spot, my nigga.
Every game lasts an hour messing around with these dudes.
I'm saying y'all that Wemby didn't play like that in the Timberwolves series.
So why he doing it now?
Because who's he playing against?
No, that don't see.
He's a product of his environment.
That's what he is. He like, this is the only way you're gonna beat these dudes is if you play like
them.
them.
A lot of cap going on, man.
That's
Just say that
cap.
everybody, a lot of stars flop and they or sell calls. I don't even want to say flop. Some do flop, but a lot of guys try to sell calls and in their favor. And that's just the way the game goes.
Just hoop, man.
All right, speaking of just hooping, let's talk about like some real hoopers. I need y'all to give me y'all top 5 shooting guards of all time. Top 5. It don't matter the order unless you want to say the order at the end. Top 5 shooting guards of all time.
MJ, Kobe, Allen Iverson, James Harden, and then the 5th one. That 5th one hard.
It's a couple guys you could go. I mean, you still got Wade out there.
Oh yeah. Oh, I'm tripping.
T-Mac out
What
there.
order?
I'm tripping.
Can you put them in order?
Yes, MJ.
That's your number 1?
Yes, MJ.
Oh, you so full of shit because we talked off camera. You said
He just told us on the pod he ain't watched Jordan because he ain't that old.
For sure.
But you know some respect.
What else? Yeah, thank you. And we talked about this off camera. But hold on, let me say my 5 before I forget.
in order.
Yes, in order. MJ, Kobe, Dwyane Wade, Allen Iverson, and then James Harden.
So watch this really quick.
Yeah, I have 4. Okay.
Name your top 5 NBA players of all
Personal?
time. Personal. Go ahead.
Personal.
In order.
In order. You got Brian. That's GOAT. Let's hold GOAT James. And then you got Allen Iverson.
All right, now stop right there. How is Allen Iverson number 2 all time, but you got this nigga listed number 4
Because
all time shooting guards?
I personally seen Allen Iverson play.
But listen to what I'm saying real quick.
Yeah.
You have Iverson listed number 4 of the shooting guards.
If you going off accolades,
No. Listen, please, just listen. If he's number 4 in the category that he was a player in, how is he number 2
because
all time?
if you listen to me, I can't. If you're talking about accolades, I don't go off stats. I go off who I watch. So if you're going off accolades, yes, Michael Jordan, Kobe, Dwyane Wade is better than Allen Iverson. If you're going off just accolades, but if you're going off who I watch personally, Allen Iverson is better than that. But I can't argue. Oh, them niggas got chips. How the fuck? I'm like, oh, okay, yeah. Allen Iverson don't have none, but he's still better.
That makes sense, but it still don't make sense. Why? I mean, I get your point, but to have him at 2 in your all-time, I mean, he's just going his favorite players though. So
Thank you, and that's what we talking about off camera.
So you saw Kobe play, right?
Yes.
You have Kobe listed at number 2 shooting guard all time, but you're saying Iverson is number 2 player all time.
Yes, because if you go off accolades, I cannot argue that. You're gonna say
he
how
personally likes AI better than
thank you.
So these are your favorite players, not who you think the best are all time.
You just said who's your.
Crazy, though, having AI.
So
But
name your top 5 all time shooting guards. I don't. How should I word it? The all time shooting.
I don't know how you word it now.
Your top 5 all-time shooting guards.
I'm trying to make it make sense what he's saying to me to where.
I got. I'm a Kobe
in order
fan for sure. Like Kobe is 1 on my list, and that's because I seen Kobe. I grew up on Kobe, and then I will go Jordan. I didn't see Jordan as much. I had to go back and watch his stuff.
For sure.
You know what I mean? But Jordan is usually most people's GOAT. For me, it was Bean. So that's why I got Bean, Jordan. I'm gonna go Wade. This is where it gets tricky. I think I take T-Mac 4.
T-Mac also played the 3 for niggas who was talking shit saying T-Mac was the 2.
Barely.
He also played the 3.
Yeah,
that was
T-Mac
his,
means a wing,
that was
yeah.
his secondary.
I think I go T-Mac 4 and James 5.
Allen Iverson not in the
I love AI. AI would be 6 for me. I just think it depends on what we're talking about, right? I'm talking about my all-time. That's who I go, but I think like AI is right there. I just think like those guys do what AI does, and they maybe do it at a little bit better clip to me. Also, you also may get more defense. They're bigger, get a little bit more defense. Like
not from James Harden.
Yeah, maybe not from James, but
James Harden in your top 5.
Yeah,
yes, but James had a
James. He said he wasn't.
James had a generational run. The nigga was
and Allen Iverson didn't.
Yes, but it was
James Harden.
James was averaging like 36 a year. Like and then not only that, he's an elite playmaker. He gets you 9, 10 assists a game. Like
Allen Iverson
we didn't see
had
AI
a
do all
crossover.
that.
Besides OKC, When has Russell Westbrook been in the finals?
Who you talking about?
Allen Iverson has. He got his ass
You
whooped.
talking about James Harden? No,
James
Westbrook.
ain't
But I'm saying he has
Westbrook?
James Harden over Iverson.
You talking about Westbrook? You just said Westbrook.
I said James. Did I say
Oh,
Westbrook?
he probably meant James.
My bad. I meant James
No,
Harden.
I give you that. AI did go to a finals. He went to a finals and he lost. So I mean, yes, you give him credit for making it there. That team was solid. It wasn't a great team. He led them there. But I just think James also was in a league where he was just running up against the Golden State like a dynasty. He run against Steph, KD, and Clay and Dre every year in the playoffs.
And who did Iverson go against?
He was going up against
the East?
In the West.
Yeah, he's in the West.
He made it out the
The
East.
Lakers and them. He was going against tough comp too. But what I will say is, to me, if we're looking at player for player individually, I think James is better. Is a better player than AI. To me,
That's your
personally.
opinion. That's your opinion.
And I will say the year that James, I think, was supposed to make it, he always dealt with guys going down, getting hurt. James didn't have great squads either. He had a lot of good, like solid role players. And
He had a way better squad than that Sixers team.
I think you underestimating that Sixers team. James' teams weren't that good.
No, Larry Hughes. Oh, they had Mutombo.
They had some solid players, bro. Like James, what players did James really play with? Like he had Chris Paul at the end of his career for maybe a year or two.
They had Golden State beat.
They did, and then what happened? Chris Paul went down. That changes the
So he needed Chris Paul.
Yes.
James. Allen Iverson never had no number
missing
two.
a superstar or missing a star or all-star, that's a big thing. When you're going up against Curry, Clay, KD, like, come on now, like, that's big. That's huge. You need another guy that sometimes can shoulder some of that load.
I'm gonna give y'all my top five. Number 1, Jordan. Number 2 would be Kobe. This is probably controversial. I'm putting James Harden number 3. I'm putting James Harden over Dwyane Wade.
Crazy.
Then I'll go Dwyane Wade.
That's personal, right?
Personal? No, because yeah, you can say it's personal. That's fine. It's personal because I was Team T-Mac over Kobe back in the day until T-Mac got hurt. I was like, damn. And then
Which
my
was
fifth,
like every year.
They were close at one point.
Yeah.
They were.
And then my fifth would be. The fifth one is kind of hard. It was either.
So who will be your top five? Not personal.
I said Jordan, Kobe,
James Harden,
D-Wade,
Dwyane Wade, and then
James Harden.
it's kind of hard. I want to say T-Mac, but I said T-Mac was a 3 last episode. But fuck it, he was also a 2, so I'll put T-Mac at the 5.
He was mainly a 2.
So you don't have AI in your list either.
He's not in my top 5, but I'm gonna pull this up. I'll take a shot for pulling this up right now too, though. But look, I'm gonna pull this up right here. Look. This is saying like the honorable mentions of top 5 people are people who should be in the conversation. The top 5.
Yeah.
I think Anthony Edwards is better than Allen Iverson.
Oh my!
I would take Anthony Edwards over Allen Iverson.
His career ain't been. Let him finish first.
Oh my
so look,
God!
These are the main names. You got Jordan, Kobe, Dwyane Wade, Allen Iverson, James Harden, Clyde Drexler. You got
Clyde Drexler.
I never
Some of
seen
those guys are going back way too far.
Jerry West. That's too far. Reggie Miller. You got Ray Allen, Klay Thompson, T-Mac.
No, I think we got it
Them
narrowed down
shooters.
to basically the 6 guys, and you can be interchangeable. AI, T-Mac, or kind of, James, Wade, Jordan, Kobe. It's going to be between those 6 guys, and it's going to vary depending on who you ask. You know what I mean? Who's going to get that 5th spot? But you got James ahead of Wade. Why do you?
He just did so much. Dwyane Wade. He made a comment about. James Harden ain't been to the finals ever since he left OKC. Dwyane Wade don't have no ring without Shaq and Bron. He made a super team. They made a super team.
Shaq was ass.
That's not fair though.
Shaq was ass.
Was not ass.
Shaq still averaged a dub, but
not in the playoffs, not in the finals. He didn't.
Dwyane Wade was that.
Not in the finals. He did not. Go back.
With no Shaq, they not making that.
Go back.
That's like any team. You can look at them and say,
I know.
Without another star player, they're not going to. Of course, they're not going to win.
Yeah,
without
Pippen didn't do it. I mean, Jordan didn't do it.
You said it right. Pippen didn't do it.
Jordan didn't do it.
So with that being said, look, we're going to end the sports because we got more stuff to talk about. But let's end it on this. So who you got? James Harden or Dwyane Wade? Who you putting over the other one?
Wade played both sides of the ball.
You got Wade?
He played both sides of the ball.
Who you got?
That's tough, man. I think I
As a GM, you got to pick. We got these are the last two people to pick from, or first pick on the draft. You got James Harden, Dwyane Wade, prime. Who you
prime
picking?
versus prime.
Prime versus prime. Who you picking?
Ooh, I maybe go Wade too. Maybe.
Wade.
And I'm a big
Easy.
James fan. I'm a
That's
big
easy.
James.
I'm
That's a
going
layup.
James. Hey, y'all tell us what y'all think. Like, put it in the comments. So you team Wade or you team Harden? Let us know, man. But make sure y'all like, follow, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and make it go.
Hit that like button like you like something.
Man, you heard what he said. We be right back with a new topic, man. Hey, y'all niggas crazy, man. Y'all
You tripping as
Iverson
fuck.
in the top 5 all-time shooting guards.